And we are off. Big Dog versus Koch Fab 726 Customs. Winner moving on. This is the winners round 2. Things getting vicious up there at the top. Alexander Eagleberger. I'm laughing. So this is where you're going to see a little bit more of that team driving come into play. Not so much where it was head-to-head. Now there's multiple teams on the track. So you're going to see these teams try and get organized, try and use their strategies so that they can leverage the track position, leverage everything so that they can optimize their shots, use the team strategy to get everybody turned, wheels, tires, axles. The big thing is to get those wheels in the front compromised on those wagons and get to start to belly as Manual way up on the hill right now in the number 93, and instantly you see all those cars turning with their doors facing the back bumper on the number 93. He's able to get down. Last night's Mad Dog driver was the Jacoby Manual car, and he's coming off of that wall with a vengeance. Bobby Krause cheering on Big Dog Derbies. We almost saw one go over. Boy, that was a vicious hit over there along the wall. Still everybody in the mix. Nick King cheering on Big Dog. Nick King is among the group that made it back around to the national bracket. So we are going to lose 2 teams. We'll let you know when that is from the C mains. Those are coming up next after these 2 B mains. So we're going to run the 2 winners round 2. So we're going to have the 2 winner side, then the 2 C mains. And depending on time, we might cut at that point to get the B main in as a separate feed with the features. We're only allowed 8 hours at a time, and I am concerned at the prospects of 4 heats taking 8 hours, but hey, you never know what could happen. We all got to work tomorrow. Cheering on Vito, 524 Gaming, Andrew Hernandez cheering on. Love all the support that we've got in the chat. Hopefully everybody's had a great weekend as we work through Blizzard Bash here. Ooh, Manual gets pushed up into the concrete. See a little bit of blow by there. The blue smoke popped out the stacks when he hit that wall. Perdonic, he has stayed in that center lane for quite some time here in the number 091. And Reimer, 3 cars over here working against one another. Nobody really has, at this point, a particular advantage by the looks of things. Back end starting to fold a little funny up there at the top. I think that is Jeff Smalley's wagon. Left side bumper punched in a little awkwardly on the left side. You can see Cody Koch's back bumper. Same thing. The left side took a funny bend. Jacoby Manual, after being put up on the wall, all things considered, good grief. Holy cow. Red flag all over the place. My word. We were talking about Jacoby not having too much damage after being put up on the fence like that. Now Jacoby's going to have to get tugged off of there. This is our first red flag presented by Vito 324 Gaming. Oh boy, things are getting a little bit tangly over here. No, it is not true. 1 team comes out of this. This is the winner's side. 1 team comes out of this. The other 2 go to the C main. So we're running it down to the final team. It is 1 team that is going to be coming out of this. That was Wally Walker, Colin Walker in the 303. We got some cars that are a bit tangled up. I think we're going to have Tyler Reed pull away, make sure we didn't pop any tires or anything. I'm going to show everybody where we're at here while we're underneath this red flag. This is where we're at up here in the corner, under the green. Big Dog Koch and 726 Customs. 1 team goes, the winning team goes to the A main in that next bracket in the blue column. The losers go over here to the top of the B main in the orange on the opposite side. There is a 2 rollover rule. That's going to bring to a close our Vito 324 Gaming red flag, streaming on Twitch, iRacing, RDP, Derby action, and more. Check out Vito 324 Gaming. Green flag back out. So right as we were getting ready to go live here, I wanted to get the anthems done so we could go live, pull the trigger right at 4 o'clock, and we had word that there was a team that had a driver that was tangled up, traffic work, whatever the instance was. So with who was in the chat, they opted to make that change on the fly and go over to the winner's side. All the agenda and everything said that we were going to start with the loser's side. So there is some information out there that's incorrect. I figured I'm going to be talking for the next 8 to 12 hours about this stuff. I'll have plenty of opportunities to correct all that for you guys. So we're going to leave that as it was, as it is, and press on. Staying pretty organized, not really getting broken apart or pulled in too many different directions yet, which is good. You want that. Kyle Homer cheering on the showstopper, Jacoby Manuel. Cody Stotts cheering on Fluffy. Kyle Homer cheering on Earl Ref. As we said, everybody's still in the mix. Everybody's still running and moving. Team Koch has all three. Big Dog has all three. 726 Customs has all four rather. All four. Cody Stotts is not a single team out there that's going to be easy to beat. That is a fact. That is 100% true. It is going to be a battle down to it, and looking for the final team is going to be no easy task. I had to do a little bit of housekeeping there. I apologize for leaving you in the dark a bit, but hopefully you're enjoying the show and the chess match that's being played out. Just wagons as far as the eye can see. A couple Fords out there. almost looking out of place. Left rear is coming apart on the number 303 of Wally. And the right side looks like it has buckled pretty hard as well. Both rear tires are flat. That ride up the wall did him no favors. For a second there, it looked like the red team, Big Dog up there at the top of the screen, was going to try to get organized a little bit. It did not work. You can see one of the roof signs has been torn off the top of the number 303. Running the double, and it got all kinds of ripped up in that craziness over there against the berm. Sean Elliott cheering on Big Dog. Big Dog. End up seeing Elliott in the features. Elliott has a long way to go from the C main. We had a couple teams that backed out of here. They backed out of the national bracket here that took our bracket of 12 down to a bracket of 10. So it certainly mixed things up a little bit. We are essentially guaranteed a 12-team bracket. Corbin Bergmeyer checking in, 72 Customs. We are essentially guaranteed a full 12-team bracket next year because we're only going to lose 2 teams. Those 2 teams that backed out forfeited their national spot, and then the losers of the C main will be dropping out of the national bracket as well. So that being said, we have Cody's Custom Paint, Prodigy, Ruts Fabrication, and one other team that made it in from Friday night's qualifying side. I can't find the bracket though. There's the bracket. There it is. Ruts Fab, Cody's Custom Paint, Prodigy, and the Gladiator Pit. How could I forget? Gladiator Pit also making it through into that national bracket for 2022. I've had a ton of fun hanging out with all you guys. I mean, the chatter, it's just like being a Blizzard Bash, only I didn't have to leave Waterloo. There's been conversations all day, Facebook, Messenger. Been very, very busy with drivers who are going to be running, looking for picks, looking for discussion, just comparing notes, what they saw, what I saw, what we were talking about on the air, what we ended up having go through and chat. It has been a really, really exciting time, and I just feel so fortunate to be part of this, and it is just so cool. For so long, we've been wanting this. I remember the days back of Test Drive, Eve of Destruction. No, it's not looking good. We'll get to that here in just a second. We're going to see if maybe it can work a miracle and heal itself. Test Drive, Eve of Destruction, how great that Demolition Derby game was, and DDF8, I saw Mike Simpson shared a post on this for Kyle Homer, shared a post about Realistic Derby Project and the game that you guys are watching being played right now on that page over there at DDF8, saying that this is the best thing that's ever come of Demolition Derby, and it has. It is out in terms of video games. And it has. It is outstanding. These things been so real. There's so many different options. We've talked all weekend about the different build styles and the different build theories. These guys have been testing these cars for 2 months at the minimum. Some of them testing them even more, just trying to fine-tune and make sure that the deformations are right so that it would replicate more what you see at Blizzard Bash. And there's a good look. The 26K, that right front wheel, not looking good at all, as that is skating around on the right front corner. And also getting a little bit of frame drag. That was added a while ago now. That was quite some time that the gravities were affected on these, so to make the old iron heavier than the Crown Vics. Early days of this, they had to go nose to nose and the cars would just pop up in the air like they were doing a couple wheel stands. That has since been changed now, and that essentially eliminated with the gravities and the weight. So now, a lighter Crown Vic that would get shoved around. We don't need to remaster Test Drive. We need to stick with this right here. The only way that this could get better is on the consoles, and I just don't see that ever happening. Also, my train of thought got taken away there by the chat. That, I believe, is also part of the game. If Cody Kepner's listening, if I lose my train of thought because of this just hemorrhaging words, it has been a lot of fun. Oh, we were talking about the weights. So basically, the lighter Crown Vic should get shoved around by a heavier car, but the lighter Crown Vic is going to be more mobile. That brings us to a conclusion there on that leg of the discussion. Right front on the Prodonic car looks like it's a little bit loose. I think it still has its mobility, but I don't know if it's going to be staying there. Oh, that wheel is pushed back to the firewall now. Thankfully for Treatlow, he was able to get that thing turned. It is weird not seeing any Cadillacs out there, Justin. There are a couple. We'll see a couple later. Hope it hits consoles. I highly doubt that you will see this on consoles. There is not necessarily a market. We live in a vacuum in the Demolition Derby world. I don't think there's nearly as many people that would be into it due to the realism, and also you have to get past all the licensing issues. There is a lot that would go into that as well. So I don't know if you'd see it on consoles. But that being said, what we've got now, we probably don't need to complain about it a whole lot. The stickiness has been changed. The stickiness has been remedied. Things are better than they were even in the last year and a half, 16 months from when I got involved with this. It has improved significantly. And Tyler Reed is to the good. Time on the 26K. 26K timed out. Benjamin Hansel cheering on Big Dog. Car up there on a wall and another car stuck to them, looking like they're going to be able to get out of there. Unfortunately, boy, this is a strange turn of events. Teammate trying to get him out of there, honing on that throttle. You can see the tires are smoking like crazy, but that back bumper's on the ground. Time is just ticking away. Sand's getting thin in the hourglass. Manuel, he's got the left front wheel has been ripped off, and that car is down off the wall. Now he's got to make contact, and right there, there's Chris Parton. He is good. Richard Walmsley says you got to come over and play. We have one elimination so far. Derek Treatlow. Got another red flag here. PB&J red flag. We have lost our Vito red flag. Let me make sure that this is the right one. It is. Drop that in while we got a quick stoppage. Slide that in place. PB&J, we're going to see PB&J a little bit later on. PB&J and Ham. A very active server over there. We see some chatter about some folks trying to get into it. There's a bunch of folks that are out there that are willing to help. PB&J is one of them. That's Parker Michaels, Bryson Valentine, and Jay Arnold. Fathead. Those guys did a little bit of league action for a while there. Good guys over there. You'll see them in some teal blue machines with purple and red. Good looking wagons. And we got a car doing pirouettes over here. Trying to get the mobility, hoping that wheel comes back to life. Tyler Reed in trouble. Tyler Reed has 25 seconds left. He's got a gear, makes contact. Got it. Turned around. 726 has gotten separated. It's one up there at the top of the track. Stuck perhaps on the red and black machine. Somebody just said in the comments, I missed it. You were just talking about back in the day, if you were stuck, and that's where you were going to stay. Wally having trouble. Wheel locked. And then number 303 tangled up on one of the orange wagons. Is the 442 Dustin Nugent in trouble up there along the fence. Prodigy ran on Friday. Prodigy's all done for the weekend. We won't see them again until next year in terms of the national bracket. They'll be in next year. They ran through their whole program. They're off for the weekend. But Jesse Dunn managed to stay and hang out with us for a little while nonetheless. And Nugent was able to get free. See, Wally has run out of time. But he's still to the good. Kobe Manuel was stuck there in front of his teammate. Got one of those orange wagons trying to come off the wall. Trying to help each other keep some steering working. 20 seconds has passed. Contact for the 717, and now Perdonic looking to make contact. And we got another wagon over here that's in peril, having trouble. Seconds left on Perdonic. Everybody else staying busy up there at the top of the track. Chris Parton is going to be. Tyler Reed in trouble. Chris Parton, he's in trouble. Boy, things turning here in a drastic way. Tyler Reed. 15 seconds left. I don't know if Chris is going to get contact credit for that. Another miss. So, just to give you a quick update on what we saw. Whoops, that's not what we want. We want this one right here. There we are. Remaining on track. Koch still has all the cars. Big Dog. 717 is still running. They lost Wally. 726 Customs is down to one entry. Car going up in smoke in the middle of the track there. That is steaming anyway, not quite as heavy as I thought that it was. That is the Chris Parton machine. Back end folding nicely for Zach Drummond. You see the quarter. And we're going to have a quick red flag. So by moving the number 091, the car reset. So that's an interesting twist. There are no F11s with the stakes this high. So he is out. That car, had it been reset using an F11, he would have been disqualified as well. That is a glitch in the game where if you slide a car or make a change or something, it can cause the car to reset. Now the reason why we did that under that Vito 324 Gaming red flag is to slide that car out of the way, and any pieces that are connected to that car that are stuck in another car will fall out. So there's a tire stuck in the trunk of the 711 of Chris Parton. So by moving that car, it would have pulled that tire out of there without damaging his car any further. However, when the car reset, that tire then disappeared. It went back where it was supposed to be on the front of Scott Perdonik's car, and everything sort of corrected itself. Where do I have 717? Or where do I have 711? Yeah, Tom, that he actually had two tires. The other tire on the trunk is from Fluffy. It's from Jacoby Manuel. Yeah, he had two. We're waiting for Fluffy to go out so that you don't run the risk of resetting his car as well to get that tire out of there. There's the second tire off of Fluffy's car. Apologize if I said 711. Commonly when I talk about Chris Parton, I say 717. So if I said the wrong number, I apologize, or just came through the speakers a little bit garbled. Typically I say 717 or 717. There he is right there. That'd be awesome. That would be excellent. So right now, the numbers game, things are looking good for Team Koch. 4 Team Koch cars, 3 Team Big Dog, and 1 Team 726 Customs. Martin buries the nose in the back of Vito's 324. Tom Schultz full fueling these 3 tires. We saw it the other night when he got Mad Dog. Orange running a bit too patient. Koch just got warned. As a collective, all 4 drivers were warned about the pace. Working that right side corner on the Vito machine. Mike Simpson. Honeydew List has been active all weekend. Well, I mean, I appreciate you popping in to say hello. nonetheless, if you got more stuff, you got to go take out the trash, go get done with the honey-do list, then come back. We're going to be here for a while. Still lots of action to come. We've got the other side of the winners bracket to get through. So we're going to find out who's in the A main before we even work on our C main and B main program. Total of 7 heats, the schedule for the day. 6 preliminaries, and then the A feature. So we had a flurry of stopwatch activity, but that has since subsided. We are back to everybody running their race. Everybody staying fairly busy out there. Obviously some attrition starting to stack up as we see the back ends of these wagons going away. Anticipate there might be some changes in the cards. Oh boy, just like that. We've got a couple cars on the clock, and this could change things a little bit. Zach Drummond tangled up there in the corner with Cody Koch, and he's got it, that back bumper buried in that wheel well. Here comes Jeff Smalley through, trying to put a hit on the number 01. If nothing else, he's hitting a sitting duck. And the number 091. Wow, look at that. Number 41 of Drummond out on time. And the number 01 of Koch out on time. And we've got a tire. Quick red flag here. See if that tire comes right out of there. It does. This has been a PB&J red flag. Back to green. To give you an update here, that is who is left. Koch has 3 cars, the 93, the 412, and the 442. Chris Parton in the 101, still out there for Big Dog, and 726 Customs has Brendan Reimer still out there running and moving in the 324. How long is the shot clock? 45 seconds. It's a 45-second shot clock. Everybody is connected in the same Discord. You can actually hear the chirp of the stopwatches being turned on and off. 45 seconds is the duration. A lot of time, if you hear me echoing what the officials are telling the drivers, when we talk about 20 or anything without a qualifier, that's how much time has elapsed. I try to convert that over when I'm talking to you guys out there in TV land to the amount of time that is remaining. If there's a lot of stuff going on, I may not get that converted completely before the words come through the microphone to you. So we'll have a head-to-head heat in the next round. Vito on the clock. 324 Customs is in danger of losing their last car. There's good contact for him. And now you got to get off of that wall. Smalley trying to work his way down, and he does. He gets out of there. Right front wheel binding up a little bit on him. Trying to get his way out of there. Hops over the left rear of the 101. Andrew, yeah, they do look pretty good with a couple wagons still left out there. Back ends are starting to get a little bit shredded, though. There's Parton with qualifying contact there. Smalley still hanging out in the number 101. Back window really opened up on the wagon up there at the top of the screen. I think that is Nugent. He was the car that had the window bar, opted to pass on the 9-wire and ran the window bar. The 412 of Earl, he ran with 9-wire in the windows. You can see his window is more closed up as that back bumper came up to the roof, whereas that has stayed more open for the number 442. Chris Parton has lost a front wheel. Vito's still stuck to him. Wagon 4. I think that is the Nugent wagon. Gotta be a little careful here with his hit placement. Doesn't want to get himself home. Carved across there, had a teammate, the whole shebang. He got a little crazy. That was Earl, my mistake. When it is down to 2 remaining teams and only 1 representative of the opposing side, you can pin to win. 45-second shot clock. Right now, with 3 teams still represented, the pin is off the table. There's also 2 big dog cars left, so you couldn't pin anyway. And Chris Parton down his last 15 seconds in the 717. Vito trying to work that throttle and pull the 717 away. That might have been enough to get him to the good. Got a bumper on the side of the number 93 of Manuel. Bobby Krauss not liking the pace of the orange and black team. Looks like the frame dragging a little bit on the left front corner there for Jacoby, the number 93. Smalling and Danger are going out. Time's up on the wagons up there at the top of the screen. So Nugent is out. Smalley is out from Team Big Dog. Parton's got to make a hit now. Action is to Parton. Got spun around, trying to find his way back. And can't get there. He's down to his last 10. And Big Dog going to be called out on time. Big Dog out. Vito on the clock. And since there's only 2 left, or excuse me, since there's only 2 teams left, they can go ahead and pin him to win it. He can't drag around the 717 at this point. Looks like that is going to do it. All a matter of a technicality at this point. So, your winner within the next 10 seconds will be Team Koch Fabrication. Koch Racing, I'm sorry, Koch Racing.